Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Talk Emma. I'm Emma.
And I'm Jack. Hello, everyone. So happy to be here today.
And today, something very practical, very fun, and very different.
20 phrasal verbs from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep.
4 groups: morning, daytime, afternoon, night.
And every single phrasal verb, something you already do in your daily life, just maybe not yet in English.
And before we start, please subscribe to Talk Emma. Share this with one friend who finds phrasal verbs confusing.
Okay, 20 phrasal verbs, morning to night. Let's go. Emma, how did your morning start today?
Honestly, not well.
What happened?
My alarm went off at 6:30 and I woke up, but I did not get up until 7:15.
Wait,
What?
you woke up, but you did not get up?
Exactly.
Are those not the same thing?
Most people think so.
But they are not.
Not at all. Think about this morning.
Okay,
Alarm went off, my eyes opened, I was aware, conscious, the day had started in my head.
so you woke up.
I woke up, but my body still in bed.
So wake up only happens in your head.
Only in your head, nothing else yet.
And get up?
7:15, I finally moved, sat up, stood, left the bed.
That is get up.
Your body leaves the bed. Your day physically begins.
So you can wake up at 6 and not get up until 7.
Every single morning.
Most relatable thing you have ever said.
I know. Okay, phrasal verb 3.
What did you do after you got up?
I put on my jumper. It was cold.
Put on.
What did I do there?
You wore something.
Exactly. I placed something on my body.
So put on, always about wearing something.
Clothing, accessories, anything you wear.
Put on your coat. Put on your shoes. Put on your glasses.
All things you wear. All put on.
And then what was first thing you needed?
Coffee, obviously. I turned on the coffee machine.
Turn on and feel something.
What do you feel?
Put on something you wear. Turn on something completely different.
What is different?
A machine, a device, something that needs power.
Exactly. Turn on, you start something, you give it power.
Turn on the lights. Turn on the television. Turn on the heating.
All machines, all devices, all turn on.
So put on your body. Turn on a machine.
2 very different jobs, 1 word apart.
And the last morning phrasal verb?
I was running late, so I rushed out without eating.
Rush out. What happened there?
You left, but very quickly.
In a hurry. No time. No choice.
Rush out. Leave somewhere fast because time is short.
She rushed out of the meeting when her phone rang.
She did not walk slowly. She did not say goodbye properly.
She left fast. No time. I rushed out this morning and forgot my bag.
Very common.
Very Jack.
Okay, morning done. 5 phrasal verbs before 9 o'clock.
Now daytime, work, group 2.
5 more phrasal verbs, and these all very work-related.
Tell me about your day.
First thing, I had to set up the meeting room.
Set up. What did you do exactly?
Think about the room before I arrived.
Okay.
Empty, chairs everywhere, projector off, nothing ready.
And then you went in.
I arranged the chairs, switched on the projector, put everything in place.
You created the conditions.
For the presentation to begin.
That is set up.
Set up, prepare and arrange so something can start.
Can you set up the projector?
Get it ready, make it work, create the conditions.
And then what happened?
I needed to find out the new deadline.
Find out. What is happening there?
Before, I didn't have the information.
And now?
Now I know. That moment when something becomes clear, when you didn't know and now you do.
That is find out.
I found out that the deadline moved to Friday.
You didn't know before.
And now you do.
Have you found out what time it starts?
Have you discovered it yet? Do you know?
Always that moment of discovery.
Always.
And then someone called off the afternoon session?
Called off. Yes.
Say that again.
Called off.
What happened to the session?
It was planned.
And then?
Someone canceled it.
It stopped happening.
Call off. Cancel something that was already arranged.
They called off the match because of the weather.
It was planned, then canceled. Call off.
She called off the meeting at the last minute.
Arranged, then not happening anymore.
Always something that was supposed to happen.
And then did not.
And then you had to work out a new time.
Work out, yes. And Jack, this one is interesting.
Why interesting?
Because work out, two completely different meanings.
Tell me.
Meaning one, finding a solution.
We need to work out the best approach.
Find it, think it through, solve it.
And meaning two?
Exercise, physical training.
I work out 3 times a week.
I exercise, I train, I go to the gym.
2 meanings, completely different.
And context always tells you which one.
I need to work out this problem. Solve it. I worked out for an hour, exercised.
Always clear from the situation.
And the last daytime phrasal verb.
Despite everything going wrong, we carried on.
Carry on. What did you do?
We continued. We did not stop.
Despite the canceled session.
Despite the changed deadline.
You kept going.
Carry on. Continue. Keep going. Do not stop.
She carried on working despite everything.
She did not give up. She continued.
Just carry on.
Keep going. You are doing fine.
Very British, actually.
Very British. You hear it constantly.
Emma, can I say something?
Of course.
5 phrasal verbs in the morning, 5 in the daytime.
Yes.
And we haven't even had lunch yet.
I know.
Phrasal verbs are literally everywhere.
Not in a textbook, not in a list.
In a morning, in a meeting, in a normal Tuesday.
And now, afternoon. Group 3, 5 more.
Afternoon group. These all about people.
About connection, about real-life moments.
Tell me about your afternoon.
I picked up Sophia from the station after work.
Pick up. And Emma, this one has 2 meanings, doesn't it?
It does.
Tell me.
Meaning 1, lifting something.
I picked up my keys.
I lifted them, took them in my hand.
And meaning 2,
Collecting someone, going to get them.
I picked up Sophia from the station.
I went to get her. I collected her in my car.
2 very different actions.
Same phrasal verb.
Can you pick up my bag? Lift it. Can you pick me up at 7? Collect me.
Context always tells you.
Always. And then, you went to Sophia's sister.
Yes, Sophia looks after her sister's children on Fridays.
Look after. What does Sophia do?
She takes care of them.
She is responsible for them.
On Fridays, yes.
Look after. Take care of someone. Be responsible for them.
She looks after her sister's children every Friday.
She takes care of them. She is there for them.
Can you look after my plants while I am away?
Take care of them. Be responsible.
Always that feeling of, I am here for this person or thing.
Very warm phrase.
Very warm, yes. And then, walking through town, I came across a beautiful little bookshop.
Came across. What happened?
I was not looking for a bookshop.
But you found one.
It just appeared, unexpectedly.
That is come across.
Find something or meet someone without looking for it.
I came across an old letter in my drawer.
Not searching for it, it just appeared.
I came across her in the supermarket.
Did not plan to meet her, it just happened.
Always unexpected, always a surprise.
Always. And then we caught up with an old university friend.
Catch up with. What did you do?
We had not seen her in months.
So?
We spent time together, shared news, talked about everything we had missed.
Catch up with. Spend time with someone after time apart.
Fill in the gaps, share what happened.
I caught up with each other over coffee.
We filled each other in, reconnected.
Always that feeling of time has passed and now we are connecting again.
Very human, very warm.
And then Sophia brought something up?
She brought up the idea of moving abroad.
Bring up. What did she do?
She mentioned it.
She introduced it into the conversation.
Something that was on her mind, and she put it on the table.
Bring up. Mention a topic. Introduce something into a conversation.
He brought up an interesting point in the meeting.
He mentioned it. He introduced it.
And bring up, Jack, also another meaning.
What?
Raising a child.
Oh, Very different.
She was brought up in a small town.
She grew up there. She was raised there.
He was brought up by his grandparents.
They raised him. His childhood was with them.
Same phrasal verb, two very different situations.
Mention a topic or raise a child. Both bring up.
Always context tells you. Afternoon done, 15 phrasal verbs. And now the last group, night. Group 4, the wind down, the end of the day.
5 more, and then 20 done.
How did your evening end?
I got home and the first thing I did, turned off everything.
Turn off and feel something.
The opposite of turn on.
Exactly. Turn on, start a device, give it power. Turn off, stop a device, take away the power.
Turn off the lights before you leave.
Stop them, take away the power.
She turned off her phone for the evening.
Stopped it. No more power, no more notifications.
Always ending something. Always switching off.
And then?
I tidied up the kitchen before sitting down.
Tidy up. What did you do?
I cleaned the kitchen.
Not exactly.
What do you mean?
Clean, remove dirt, wash things, make things hygienic.
And tidy up?
Organize, put things in the right place, make things neat.
So you can have a clean room
That is completely untidy.
and a tidy room,
That is not very clean.
2 different jobs.
Clean, hygiene, tidy up, organization.
I need to tidy up before my guests arrive.
Make it neat, make it organized.
Not just clean, but ordered.
Exactly. And then, after tidying up, what did you do?
I just sat down, watched something, needed to wind down.
Wind down. And Jack, picture something for me.
Okay.
A clock spring, fully wound, tight, full of tension.
Yes.
What happens when you release it?
It relaxes, the tension goes, the energy settles.
That is wind down.
For people,
After a busy day, full of tension, full of things happening,
you wind down.
you relax, you let the tension go, you become calm.
I always wind down by reading before bed.
My way of releasing the tension, becoming calm.
She needed time to wind down after such a long day.
She needed to relax, let the day go.
We all need to wind down.
Every single day.
And then I checked my messages and saw that Marco and Sophia had fallen out.
Fall out. What happened between them?
Something went wrong.
Between them.
They argued or disagreed.
And now things are not the same.
Fall out when a relationship becomes difficult because of a disagreement or argument.
They fell out over something small.
A small thing, but it created distance.
I fell out years ago and never really talked about it.
The relationship was damaged and never fully repaired.
Always that feeling of, things were fine,
Something happened.
and now they are not the same.
Very human. Very real.
We all know this feeling.
And the last one, phrasal verb 20.
At the end of your day, what did you think?
Honestly, what a day. And it is time to move on.
Move on. And Jack, what does that feel like?
Something ending.
And
Something new beginning.
move on. Leave something behind. Go forward. Progress.
It is time to move on.
Stop thinking about this. Go forward.
She found it hard to move on after everything.
And move on, not always sad things.
No, in a meeting, let's move on to the next point.
Progress. Go forward. Something new.
In life,
It is time to move on and try something new.
leave this behind. Something better is ahead.
Always forward. Always progress. And it feels right to end today with move on.
From where you were to where you want to be. Now one complete natural conversation. All 20 phrasal verbs, morning to night, flowing naturally.
Two friends. End of a long day. Catching up over the phone.
Emma, what a day. I couldn't wake up this morning. Alarm went off and I just lay there.
Same. I finally got up at 7:15, put on whatever was nearest, turned on the coffee machine, and just stood there.
I rushed out without even eating, completely forgot my bag.
Oh no, how was work?
Chaotic. I had to set up the meeting room before 9, and then I found out the deadline had moved.
That's stressful. Anything else?
Someone called off the afternoon session last minute, so we had to work out a completely new plan.
Did you manage?
We carried on and got there eventually. How about you?
I picked up Sophia from the station after work. We looked after her sister's children for a bit.
That sounds lovely.
It was. And walking through town, I came across the most beautiful little bookshop.
Of course you did.
And then we caught up with an old friend from university who happened to be in town.
What are the chances?
I know. And she brought up something interesting. She's thinking about moving abroad.
Big news. How was the evening?
Good. Got home, turned off everything, tidied up the kitchen, needed to wind down after such a long day.
Same. Oh, did you hear that Marco and Sophia fell out?
What? Over what?
Something small, apparently.
I hope they sort it out. Anyway, what a day. Time to move on and get some sleep.
Agreed. Good night, Emma.
Good night, Jack.
And did everyone catch all 20 phrasal verbs? 20 phrasal verbs, 1 full day.
Morning to night.
And nothing felt like a lesson. Nothing felt heavy. Just 2 friends talking about their day.
And 20 phrasal verbs appearing exactly where they always appear.
In real life, in a real day.
Most learners think phrasal verbs are extra.
Something complicated, something to learn later.
But today showed something very different.
Phrasal verbs are not extra.
They are the language itself.
Wake up, get up, turn on, put on, rush out.
Before you've even left the house, 5 phrasal verbs already used.
And through the rest of the day, 15 more.
Starting today, you'll hear them everywhere.
If today's episode made phrasal verbs finally feel natural,
Please like this video,
subscribe to Talk Emma,
share this with one friend who always finds phrasal verbs confusing,
and leave us a comment. Which phrasal verb was new for you today?
or write one sentence using any phrasal verb from today.
We read every single comment, every one.
Thank you for being here. See you in the next episode. Until then,
Keep talking, keep learning, and keep growing. Bye, everyone.